And the compass for drawing circles every time you took that thing out. Ouch! No! You're skewing yourself. They give you that stupid safety school scissors. Couldn't cut anything but a compass that would kill a horse.
I understood the show's just going to be billed as an evening with Steve. Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
There aren't going to be anybody else.
It's going to be an evening with Steve.
I'm kind of upset to have you here.
Nobody else is going to be on the show.
Tonight on MTV.
You'll have top billing.
I think it's just called
He'll be on after every Poison video.
It's just called Here's Steve. Poison video? That's some like inside wacky MTV humor, right? The producers are roaring, folks. I'm not following along, but all the MTV guys, they're here. The whole big brass here at the bowling alley, roaring with laughter at Mario Joyner.
This is
the Poison video bit. If I'm eating it tonight, I'm going right to the Poison video stuff. Apparently that works with the MTV crowd.
You never shut up.
No, I don't.
Now, you know what else I do? Sorry, my voice goes really high when I get excited. Sometimes I call people up who I actually know and try to fool them so they don't know it's me right away with a funny voice. You know, like I'll call them up and go, hello? Hello? You know, pretend like I'm a total dork. And, thank you very much. I know a lot of times people go, gee, I wonder how he pulls that off. And, it's just a character I learned. And anyhow, I never fool anybody on the phone is the point. They always go, oh, hi, Steve. I knew it was you right away. It didn't sound any different. I'm a comedian. Hopefully you sense that by now. I always know I'm in trouble if I hear people going, gee, what is this guy lecturing about? You know, wonder when he's going to prove a theorem. So, thank you. I might prove a lemma or something in a minute. All right. I just love saying that word. I'm not sure what it means. All right, so a lot of times, like after shows, or just sometimes, people will come up to me and they'll go, you know, Steve, you have a great face for comedy. Like, I guess they're trying to compliment me. The trouble, of course, is I still have this face when I'm not doing comedy, and turns out to be not all that useful anywhere else, but up here. Sorry, I just spit a little bit, and I didn't mean to, but, well, thank you for applauding stuff flying out of my mouth. So I went to buy a calculator also recently, because I can't multiply numbers, you know. I can reproduce. I know that's a little frightening. Anyhow, I walked in okay, that isn't meant to be this. Stop clapping. That's not meant to be that funny. Jesus. I go to buy the calculator, and I walk in the store, and that's me walking right there. That was an impression. Okay, thank you very much. So, my first impression ever. So the guy behind the counter pulls one right out. And he goes, in addition to all the usual features, this calculator also has keys for the natural logarithm, the hyperbolic cosine, as well as the exponential functions. I'm sure you'll agree this more than makes up for the fact that it's missing the number 9.
I understand you're trained in CPR, which probably means you touch people's lips that you don't even know.
Well, I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet. That's the problem. That's the problem with me. When I know something, I want to use it right away. So what I pretty much do now is I go into supermarkets behind all the old people and go, boo! And I'll fix it. I can fix it.
This is Donald McEnery.
That prison life. It's getting a lot easier to be in prison and becoming privately owned. You know what they're doing to prisoners for breaking rules now? They're taking away their TV privileges. Ooh, you kill a guard? That's 1 month. No, America's Most Wanted. Hey, my hands are tied on this one, Rocky. America's Most Wanted, a great idea for a TV show if ever there was one. The idea of the show is they profile some mass murderer, tell you what neighborhood he lives in, and ask you to go find him. Oh, I'll be there, Jay. Yeah, just tell me when. It's not our job to find these guys. They're always updating these criminals. You ever watch the show? The first time you hear about the guy killed 6 people. Next time you hear about him, it's 11 people. You go, well, what happened? You go, well, 5 people from the audience actually found a guy. Yes, our ratings are doing great as we're losing viewers. It's amazing. It's never happened before on TV. I don't pick up hitchhikers anymore because of America's Most Wanted. If you watch the show, the guy that's dead, the last time you've seen alive was either picking up a hitchhiker or he was a hitchhiker being picked up. So you see a hitchhiker, you know either he's the murderer or he's about to be picked up by one. Unless, of course, a murderer driving stops people with murderer hitchhiking, and they kill each other. And that's how you get abandoned cars on the highway.
Gotta get to the club. Gotta make sure we get there. Oh, jeez.
MTV wants to give you $25,000 in quarters.
Yeah, turn off the clock in your sleep. But anyways, who turned off my clock? Somebody snuck in here in the middle of the night, didn't steal anything, just turned off the clock to mess me up. That's what happened. Play the game with the snooze alarm, reorganize your whole life in a fraction of a second. It's amazing how fast you can think at that hour. I don't have to brush my teeth. Boom.
I had this great idea. I'll put the clock on the other side of the room. That way I'll be wide awake when I get there. Like those 6 steps are going to get my blood circulating. What you need between the bed and the clock is a moat. Do you ever wake up a few seconds before the clock goes off? I hate that. You have that showdown. The clock teases, too. It makes a little pre-buzz noise before... I'm going to go on. How many people set their clock ahead a few minutes in order to get places on time? You know that? 5, 10, 15, nice round. Some people 7.5 minutes. You get, what is it, 8:31? That's 8:02. Carry the 9, 4, 1, 3. Half an hour. You don't set it ahead. You might as well set your calendar ahead by a month. I got an appointment in December. I'm getting dressed now. Some people set the clock ahead a different amount of time in each room. This is great. I got a time warp in your house. You're running a little late getting ready. Just move to a room where you're early.
Roll of quarters in your pocket.
I just saw the movie Aliens. That was a good film, too. You see Aliens? Great film. And this is the only part that falls apart for me in the movie. They put these people to sleep 17 years so they can travel through space. They call it suspended animation. Okay, I buy that. That exists. You can sleep for 17 years. God knows I've tried. Okay? So they're asleep 17 years. Fine, let's buy that. Now let's go on with the movie. They wake up after 17 years. They just jump right out of bed and go to work. Not me. If I were asleep 17 years, I'd wake up a tiny little bit I could. I would lean over, hit that snooze alarm, and go, just 5 more years.
Course that prepares you for the post office. Yes, it's called I think, therefore I'm overqualified.
Now, your personality is kind of edgy. You ever think about toning it down so you can reach a wider audience?
Oh, right. Like I have time to conform to the grazing public. Like I want to appeal to a bunch of pigs who would rather watch some primetime whale. You know?
Now, comedy's working out pretty good for you.
Yeah.
You know, but if comedy didn't work, what would you be doing?
I'd be a glass blower in Brazil. Or else I'd like to be a wombat groomer. What? I'm real good with toddlers. I think I'd like to open a daycare center.
What's a wombat?
A wombat? Oh, yeah, like you don't deal with small animals all day.
Now, in terms of material, how would you assess today's stand-up comics?
Oh, right.
Good answer, good.
I'm the goddess from orchids. I'm here to destroy those cockroaches. No. I love everyone. If it wasn't for every person on this planet who ever lived, I wouldn't be where I am. You know why? Because they make me look superior. That's right. So, I love all the comics nowadays. Especially, you know what I like? These, male comics. Wait, I love male comics who, go on and do 40 minutes on feminine hygiene products. Like they almost know what it's like to be wearing a pad.
When I was leaving to come down here, from the airport, I check in on the second floor, and I saw this great sign on a bathroom door. It said, bathroom out of order due to renovations. Please use floor below. And they didn't even put down paper or anything. You know, I really was confused for a minute, and then finally I just ran and just barely made my plane. So I live in Boston, and there's a restaurant there that I had a lot of troubles with lately called Legal Seafood. That's the name of it. This restaurant has a phone number that's very close to my number at home, and so I'm always getting calls at home for Legal Seafood, and it finally started upsetting me, so I began taking reservations, and it turns out they don't even take reservations there, but if you call me, you'll get one, because it's just my house. All right. You know what happened about a week ago? Okay, I'll tell you. Obviously, I don't know why I wouldn't just stand up here and go, all right, guess the rest of my act. Nope, that's not it. Try again. You missed by one word. All right, so this woman with a very strong foreign accent phones me at home, right? And she goes, hello, is this Legal Seafood? I said, yeah, can I help you? You know? And she says, do you take credit cards? I said, yeah. What do you want to know about? She said, Visa? I said, nope. Boston Charge, no, American Express. So which do you take? So I said, only Chevron. But I wouldn't worry about it too much because we don't serve foreigners. So I hope that helps their business. Now, you know what happens? Like about 3 days ago, I just picked my phone up, right? And I mean, it rang. Okay, obviously, I wouldn't just run around the house grabbing the phone. Hang on, I think somebody's about to call. Beat him to it. You know, I don't have that much spare time. The guy on the other end does not even wait. He just goes, hello, do you have crabs? Just like that. Can you believe it? And I just went, no, but I have this rash that won't go away. And then I slammed the phone down.
I gotta get over to the club. I'm gonna kill him.
Being in a high-lie alley. Bowling today. We're moving up, folks. We're going to horse racing next time. It's all because of Mario and Bill.
This is Steve Trilling, and we're not drinking.
Very much. No,
we're not allowed. We're not allowed.
We're not allowed. No, because we're at a bowling alley. Can't drink in a bowling alley. You can put on stupid shoes and roll some big balls, but you can't drink a beer. You can do things that make you look a lot more stupid than you'd look if you were drinking, but you can't drink.
Does that church have a name?
That's a new persona I've been working on.
Right.
It's called the stupid guy. A lot of times people can't tell the difference between that and the real me.
Well, you have to make that, you know.
Yeah, you have to make that transition.
You have to make him do something different
than you
would regularly do.
I'd like to pause now so that I can bring it back to me. Okay, I'm back now. Also, it seems like whenever anyone has a newborn baby, they'll try to convince... Well, first of all, why do they even say newborn baby? Isn't that obvious those words would go together? You think you'd ever walk up to a crib and have the parent go, that baby has been around for years. Baby's 30. I think it's about time you got a job, obviously. So whenever anybody has a baby that, you know, just popped out or however you want to say it, they'll try and convince you it looks just like somebody else in the family, like the grandmother who's about 9 billion years older. My cousin had a kid like 3 weeks ago, right? And I'm over visiting and we're looking and my cousin goes, hey, doesn't she look just like Aunt Edna? And then I went, yeah, she looks a little like Aunt Edna. She's bald. Has no teeth and drools a lot. I'm a big sports fan, and of course, being from Boston, a huge Mets fan. Anyhow, I love watching sports on TV. The trouble I have is like everyone's out there trying their best, like we all are trying our best every day, and sometimes people screw up, and then the guys from the press are just so mean with them after. You know what I mean? It's tough to live your life. Like, did you see the Olympics last year? Like the Winter Olympics, I really enjoyed. Well, we didn't do that well, and again, when I say we, I don't mean that I personally had all that in my, hang on, I think I saw that guy in the bobsled. You know, that wasn't me. So the trouble I had, like that woman figure skater. Okay, remember her? Debbie Thomas. I have such a block about her name, and sometimes I forget altogether, and then it's really a long night, because it's not nearly as funny to watch me think. Anyhow, she basically screwed up, is what she did. That's technical skating talk for what happened. All right, so all I saw was like the next day, the poor girl, she didn't mean to. She didn't go, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll train my whole life. Then I'll screw it up. That'll show him. No. She just, she blew it, and this guy's interviewing her. He's going, well, Debbie, if you take a look at our monitor here, I think you'll see this is the point in your routine where you fall on your head. Oh, what was going through your mind? Right at that moment. What is she supposed to say? I was trying to get blood all over the ice. That's a new move I make. I try to spill my brain around the ring so everyone can get a good look at it.
So I understand that. You're from Long Island.
Yeah.
Right? Now you're a regular commuter? Do you?
Yeah, drive in and back and forth. Today I didn't. I don't drive in on the daytime though. I took a limo today.
Yeah. I don't know who paid for that.
Well, I paid for it, but it's a cheap limo. You know how good limos have those tinted windows? Nobody can see who you are, and you can make faces at people. But this doesn't have tinted windows. It has regular windows. I have to sit in the back seat with a bag over my head.
On the way in here, I'm driving in, and I see this bumper sticker on a car in front of me that says, if you can read this, you're driving too close. You ever see that bumper sticker? If I can read that, I'm driving too close. I want to get a reverse letter bumper sticker. Put it on the front of my car that says, if you can read this, you're driving too slow. Now whose fault is it? Bumper stickers. You ever see that? I always get stuck behind a guy who would rather be sailing. You ever get stuck behind that guy? For a Sunday drive, he'd rather be sailing. Go sailing, okay? This one works on gas power. Now get the hell out of my way. I'd rather be up the road a piece. How about these morons? My other car is a Rolls Royce. And I bet you say the same thing I say whenever I see that. I go, oh, your other car's a Rolls Royce, and your second choice is a 73 Vega. Good thinking. This guy's got no grasp for reality. You think, what, does he get home to his little shack? He's got a bumper sticker. My other house is a mansion. My other wife is beautiful. My other brain is functional. Sure it is. Sure. Then there's these jerks who put these baby on board things. You see these baby on board?
Don't put these in your car, unless the baby's driving. Now they tell you no radio in car. You see these all over the city? Great, no radio in car. If I were a thief, I would go over to your car with a crowbar and go smash. You don't got a windshield now either. You're gonna need another sign for that, ain't you? Where the hell are you gonna put it? It's also stupid to have a sign that reads no radio in car, because your average street criminal is illiterate. So he can't see. At best, maybe he can associate. He goes, well, that says, baby on board. Anyway, let's break the window, grab the radio, be very quiet. Don't wake the baby. Don't wake him.
Hey, what kind of places have you been? Any weird places? Oh, God. I was in Paducah, Kentucky. I've never even heard of Paducah. I had to fly on one of those little planes, you know. I expect to see a guy with a string doing this, you know. I said, do you have a jet that goes there? They said, no, the string isn't strong enough, you know.
I got a blender. It said on the box, 8-speed blender. I get the thing home. One of the speeds is off. Off is no speed. I don't see recipes. Place a mixture in the blender. Leave it on off for a minute and a half. Next, they'll tell me I have an 11-speed bicycle because I could stop. Hot dogs, 12 in a package. Buns, 8. Yes. Now I'm standing in the supermarket trying to figure out the lowest common denominator. Never thought I'd have a use for this. What does that come out to? 24 packages of each or something? You gotta invite the whole damn neighborhood to this barbecue now. You like having cookouts summertime, though, right? It's 100 degrees, it's humid, let's build a fire. That's what I... You know, my dad never cooked inside the house, but he always had to run the barbecues. He really never knew what was happening in the kitchen. Honey, can we get something to eat? Well, there's nothing in the house. Well, can't you just whip something up? You know, I don't know why men think women can whip up food. I don't know. Roast beef, there you go. But barbecue time, Mr. Chef now, my daddy has a hat, he has an apron, the whole thing. Everybody back off, let me build a fire. I know just how to arrange the briquettes geometrically. No, you're a whiz, Dad. We never would have thought of a pile. Always handing out advice, my dad. You're throwing away that chair? All it needs is 4 legs and a back. Thanks, Dad. It's a tray. I had a mouse in my house. He starts saying, find where it's coming in, put poison down. No problem. I can find a mouse hole. You know, I've been watching cartoons for years. I just look for that gothic mouse arch, you know. A little door and a knob and a sardine can bed with the covers down. Then he told me to get a cat to kill the mouse, like I want Wild Kingdom in my kitchen. I want to see the food chain demonstrated in my home. Cats are psychotic anyway. Why do cats always decide suddenly, for no reason, they have to be in another room urgently? I'm supposed to be in the living room! Bang! I'm going to break down with these relaxing animals around. Then they rub on your leg, love you. Means a lot. Coffee table, you too. People with fat cats never admit it. He's not fat, that's just fur. Fur. I almost sat on the thing. I thought it was a beanbag chair. My brother had the worst pet of all, a hamster. Oh, God, the thing got sick. He took it to the vet. The vet's like bringing a disposable lighter in for repairs. Even the vet's going, you want me to fix this? I'll fix it for you. How's that? Here's a new one, 39 cents. Get the hell out of here. Thank you very much.